At Properties and Pathways, we're about finding value where no one else saw it. In order to do that, we've got to sift through hundreds of properties a month, and we're looking for that X factor. We're looking for value at a property level and at an asset level that's going to make us excited enough to jump into that asset and that location. And then we've got to take those assumptions and we've got to align it at the right timing. That intersection of value and timing is absolutely critical for that opportunity to be right. 2 years too early and we miss it. 1 year too late and you miss it. Pathway 16 is a diversified investment with 2 fully leased assets that we're combining into the same trust. So we've got an office asset and an industrial asset, 8 different income streams across those 2 sectors, which is allowing a secure, stable income from day one. Combining these assets together allows us to offer an investor return of 7.25% per year across the first 5 years, which is underpinned by a 4.2-year WALE. So that shows us that not only do we have real certainty of that income today, but the confidence to offer that income tomorrow. So right from the get-go, Acacia Ridge is an extremely relevant industrial pocket. It sits on the southeast of Brisbane, and it's got amazing accessibility through Bow Desert Road, which takes you straight onto the arterial links that really connect all of Brisbane to the Gold Coast and then to the west. So we're linking into the Ipswich motorway, the Gateway motorway, and the Logan motorway, which, as far as logistics and transport goes, are absolutely pivotal to the success of the tenant. So Acacia Ridge is a really well-established industrial precinct, and all you need to do is look at the users. We've got Americold, we've got BlueScope Steel, we've got Linfox, massive industrial users occupying the space, and that's no accident. We're right in the heart of such a pivotal industrial precinct. And when we're looking at a property here, we really need to ask ourselves, why is this property relevant to the tenant? And Acacia Ridge answers those questions. So we've got a 6-year lease here expiring in 2026. We've got a tenant that's recently occupied the space, so fresh set of eyes. And what this tenant does is logistics and transport with 250 trucks on the road. So we've got a real certainty and a confidence to the tenant underpinning our rent. But when we got to go a little bit further here and look for that X factor, we were more excited about the fact that this tenant is paying under market rent. If they left, we would be excited at the opportunity to get in and replace the tenant at a higher rental, almost 20% higher than what we're currently experiencing. So when we talk about X factor and we talk about timing, this is that intersection where we've got the asset value here. We've got a full drive around accessibility and an amazing 2-hectare site in the middle of Acacia Ridge. But if we lost that tenant today, we would be more excited about the fact of replacing that income for a better outcome tomorrow. So Spring Hill sits in a fringe CBD office market. Now, of the 3 fringe areas in Brisbane, it's the closest geographically and accessibility-wise to the CBD. So that's a real tick for us. But what we've seen with Spring Hill is that it's slightly got a loss of relevance. There's that gentrification piece that happens in these fringe suburbs, and it's probably the last to experience that. So the reason why we're so excited here is because we can get in at the ground floor. And what we're seeing now is on the intersection of Astor Terrace and Wharf Street is a 27-story, brand new, state-of-the-art facility pre-committed to the ATO. So there's 24,000 square meters here of ATO users, which is going to bring in thousands and thousands of new workers into the area. That's the stimulus you want to see. That's that landmark acquisition, that landmark redevelopment that really gentrifies an area and catalyzes growth. Then we zoom in on this property itself. It's underpinned by 7 different tenants across 4 floors with 22 car bays. Fully leased from day one, which gives us a real income certainty. We've got an immediately gentrifying precinct that we're coming into, and we've got all our 7 tenants less than 250 meters away from Brisbane Central train station. And for them to have direct arcade access to that train station is absolutely pivotal. 62 Astor Terrace, Spring Hill, and 34 Iris Place, Acacia Ridge, are 2 fantastic assets that we've brought together at the perfect intersection of value and time. And that's where we've enjoyed taking our property nous and our experience and our obsession and literally translated that into value for our investors.